The United States stretches across an incredible range of ecosystems from frozen Arctic tundra to tropical coastlines, and with that range comes danger. Every single state in this country has an animal capable of seriously hurting you. Some states share the same apex threat. Others have something completely unique. Today, we're traveling across all 50 states to find the most dangerous animal in each one. Stick around, because some of these answers might surprise you. Welcome to Apex Truth. Let's start in the Northeast. In Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont, the most dangerous animal isn't a bear or a venomous snake, it's the moose. These giant deer stand over 2 meters tall and weigh up to 700 kilograms. In Maine alone, there are around 700 vehicle collisions with moose every year, and because their long legs put their body mass at windshield height, these crashes are often fatal for the driver. Moose are also aggressive cow moose, defending calves, bulls during the autumn rut, and they can charge with almost no warning. Don't mistake them for timid deer. Moving south, Massachusetts has seen a dramatic shift thanks to recovering gray seal populations drawing great white sharks close to shore. The state saw its first fatal shark attack in over 80 years in 2018. Connecticut and New Jersey are dealing with expanding black bear populations pushing into suburbs. New York shares that bear threat upstate, while the timber rattlesnake remains a concern in its rural southeast. Pennsylvania has both bears and rattlesnakes, but bears edge it out due to rising residential encounters. Rhode Island and Delaware are relatively mild, with copperheads as the main medical threat, and Maryland rounds out the region with a growing mountain bear population and scattered copperheads. Now we head into the southeast, arguably the most dangerous region in the country for wildlife, thanks to its reptiles and venomous snakes. Virginia and West Virginia have black bears and timber rattlesnakes, but copperheads cause the most bites. Their camouflage is so good that most strikes happen when someone accidentally steps on one. Thankfully, their venom is mild, and fatalities are rare. The Carolinas bring more variety. North Carolina mixes bears, copperheads, and eastern diamondback rattlesnakes. South Carolina adds American alligators, an estimated 100,000 of them in its low country. Georgia is a toss-up between alligators and the eastern diamondback, with the diamondback edging ahead due to frequency of encounters. Tennessee and Kentucky are copperhead country. Arkansas and Missouri share copperheads, cottonmouths, and timber rattlesnakes, with cottonmouths leading due to extensive swampland. Alabama and Mississippi both crown the eastern diamondback, a snake that can exceed 2 meters and deliver a hemotoxic bite lethal even with treatment. Then there's Louisiana, alligator territory above all else. An estimated 2 million alligators call this state home more alligators than people in some other states. Despite daily encounters, fatal attacks are rare, a testament to a culture that knows the rules. Don't swim in unfamiliar water. Don't feed them. Keep pets away from the banks. But the king of the Southeast, maybe the entire country, is Florida. Home to roughly 1.3 million American alligators, Florida leads the nation in both fatal and non-fatal attacks. Gators have turned up in pools, under cars, even inside living rooms. One of the most tragic incidents happened in 2016 at an Orlando resort, where a 2-year-old was taken from a lagoon's edge, a case that changed how that resort manages its waterways. Florida also harbors the largest invasive Burmese python population in the country, possibly exceeding 100,000 snakes, which has devastated native mammal numbers. Raccoon populations alone have dropped 99% in some areas. Add American crocodiles, the nation's highest shark attack rate, eastern diamondbacks, and bull sharks that swim far up coastal rivers, and you understand why the alligator, by sheer volume of encounters, takes the crown here. Heading into the Midwest, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois share the copperhead as their top threat, though encounters are far less frequent than down south. Michigan's only venomous snake, the eastern Massasauga rattlesnake, is actually threatened under the Endangered Species Act, making black bears in the north a bigger practical risk. Wisconsin and Minnesota both lean on black bears, with Minnesota's northeastern moose population adding vehicle collision risk. Iowa remains one of the safest states overall, with the timber rattlesnake as a rare but present threat. Out on the Great Plains, Kansas, Nebraska, North Dakota, and South Dakota, the prairie rattlesnake dominates, often denning in old prairie dog burrows. South Dakota adds a wild card: free-roaming bison near Custer State Park and Badlands National Park that injure tourists who forget they're approaching a 900-kilogram animal that outruns an Olympic sprinter. Oklahoma's western diamondback is bigger, more aggressive, and more venomous than its northern prairie cousin, especially in the state's western half. Now to the southwest, where reptile diversity explodes. Texas might be the second most dangerous state in the country after Florida. 9 million feral hogs cause over $1 billion in damage annually and have killed people. Texas has more venomous snake species than any other state, a sizable alligator population along the Gulf Coast, and even occasional shark activity off its 600-mile coastline. Fire ants alone contribute to 30 to 60 allergic reaction deaths nationwide each year. But the title goes to the western diamondback rattlesnake, responsible for most snakebite fatalities in the state, and so abundant that Sweetwater's annual roundup captures tens of thousands every year. New Mexico and Arizona share diamondbacks, Mojave rattlesnakes, and the Gila monster, one of only 2 venomous lizards native to North America. But Arizona's signature threat is the bark scorpion, the most venomous scorpion in the U.S. Its sting causes severe pain, numbness, and in rare cases, death, particularly in children and the elderly. Thousands of stings are reported every year, and these scorpions hide in shoes, bedding, anywhere they can squeeze into. Nevada's standout is the Mojave rattlesnake, whose venom combines both hemotoxins and neurotoxins, an unusually dangerous combination that makes bites harder to treat. Into the Mountain West, Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho all crown the grizzly bear. The greater Yellowstone and northern Continental Divide ecosystems hold the largest grizzly populations in the lower 48, and these bears can weigh over 360 kilograms and charge at speeds over 50 kilometers per hour. Grizzlies cause an average of 2 to 3 fatal attacks nationwide every year, and unlike black bears, a committed grizzly attack is nearly impossible to stop without bear spray or a firearm. Wyoming's bison injure more people annually, but grizzly attacks carry a far higher fatality rate. Colorado and Utah both lean toward the mountain lion ambush predators that target joggers and trail runners, striking from behind. One Colorado trail runner famously fought off and killed an attacking juvenile mountain lion with his bare hands in 2019. On the Pacific coast, California's danger shifts by region. Along the central and northern coast, the great white shark rings the waters near the Farallon Islands, are one of the best-known great white hotspots on Earth. Inland, the mountain lion dominates, with California home to an estimated 4,000 to 6,000 individuals and rising encounters as development expands into their territory. In the southern deserts, the western diamondback takes over. Overall, the mountain lion narrowly claims the state title due to growing overlap with urban areas. Oregon and Washington both lean on black bears and mountain lions, with Washington recording more documented mountain lion attacks in recent decades thanks to its Cascade habitat. Finally, the 2 states with no shared borders. Alaska is its own category of wild. Coastal brown bears on Kodiak Island and in Katmai can exceed 600 kilograms, far larger than inland grizzlies, and meeting one along a salmon stream is one of the most dangerous wildlife encounters on the continent. Surprisingly, moose injure more people in Alaska than bears do, especially in Anchorage, where they wander through neighborhoods and will charge anyone who gets too close. Still, The brown bear takes the state title for sheer attack lethality, and Alaska's northern coast is also home to polar bears, the only bear species known to actively view humans as prey, though encounters remain extremely rare. And then there's Hawaii, almost no dangerous land animals at all, no native land mammals besides a single bat species, no venomous snakes, no large predators. Here, every threat comes from the ocean. Tiger sharks cause most attacks in Hawaiian waters, with activity spiking each autumn near Maui. Box jellyfish arrive predictably, 8 to 10 days after each full moon. But the tiger shark remains the undisputed apex threat, a fitting end to a journey across a country where, even in paradise, nature still commands respect. 50 states, 50 different threats, and that's just scratching the surface. If you think I got one wrong, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.